All right, guys, so it's nice and warm outside. Everything's green and flowering. The animals are all running around, and you don't want to spend this summer season alone. You want a girlfriend who you can hang out with and just enjoy life with. And the good news is that it doesn't have to take months or years to get a girlfriend. You can go out today and attract a girlfriend, especially when you understand what I'm going to reveal in this video. So today I'm going to talk about the hands down best dating strategy and the main 3 things to focus on with this strategy to get a girlfriend as quick as possible. And I just got this message the other day from one of my clients. He said, might need a pep talk for this Tuesday one. Literally the hottest girl I think I'll have ever been on a date with. And if you guys want to transform your dating life, but you want to work with a specialist to get there much quicker and get some direct guidance, I'm gonna put a link in the description. Just book a discovery call with me. I would love to help you. Let's have a chat. All right, so when it comes to meeting women, there's 4 different avenues. Number 1 is dating apps. And I guess the pros of using dating apps is that it's very minimal effort. You can sort of hide inside, sit on your ass, swipe on some pictures of some girls, and I guess hopefully get some dates in theory. The problem with this is I just don't know many guys who are really crushing it, and you sort of have to ask yourself, like, if I'm not succeeding with dating apps, how much better can I possibly get with dating apps when the only sources of input are having better pictures or I guess having cooler text messages? And the thing is, I'm sure you probably already have decent pictures and know how to text women. So with dating apps, there's no primal attraction. The girl is sort of looking at her phone screen and she can't feel your masculine presence. The second avenue to meet women is social media, or basically DMing girls on Instagram. And honestly, just like online dating, I don't know many guys who do this as a primary dating strategy, so I just don't really think it's that good. Now, the guys that I know that are successful with this, they're usually famous or they have tens of thousands of followers. If you decide to get tens of thousands of followers specifically to attract women on Instagram, that sort of seems like a convoluted and inefficient plan, especially for getting a girlfriend this summer. Method number 3 is to meet women through your social circle. And honestly, yeah, it can be pretty powerful when you get introduced to a girl through a mutual friend. But the problem is that you're sort of relying on luck in this circumstance, and you also have a very limited number of people in your network. Let's say I go to the church. There's maybe 2 or 3 viable options in that church, and I'm not gonna spend months with laser focus on trying to get with one girl when it could turn out that it's just not gonna work out. So that creates a lot of scarcity and pressure to make it work out with people in your circle, and you don't really have a ton of options. The 4th method to meet women is simply talking to them, or what some guys will call cold approach. Now, the cons with cold approach is that you are going to have to leave your house. You are going to have to walk up and talk to strangers. Some of these women are not going to like you. Some of these women are going to reject you and say, hey, I have to go now, cool to meet you, or I have a boyfriend. And sometimes you're gonna have awkward moments, and you might leave an interaction thinking, wow, that was really corny. I just embarrassed myself in that interaction. And with all of that being said, cold approach is by far the best dating strategy, not only in terms of just getting dates, but in terms of the character that you build when you do this. The reason why cold approach is such a good dating strategy is because it's completely based in primal attraction and evolutionary psychology. There's no technological intermediary where I have to hope that a girl thinks my pictures are cute and I have to try to create attraction with text messages on a phone screen. No, I just see a cute girl, walking down the street, at the bar or at the gym. I can walk up to her and immediately she can feel my masculine presence. Immediately I can start bonding, connecting, flirting with this girl, and I'm literally in person with that girl. I can ask her out on a date. And I don't have to wait on some sort of external circumstances to happen, like luck, for me to bump into a girl within a social circle. I don't have to rely on massive tech corporations. I'm just basically empowering myself to go out into the wild like a hunter and meet women. The number one thing to succeed in cold approach is actually not like a game technique. It's not a flirting line. It's simply believing in yourself and trusting in the process. And that sounds really corny. Just believe in yourself, bro. But it's still the number one thing that prevents guys from taking action and doing this. And at the same time, while a lot of guys are not taking action on this, a lot of guys are starting to learn that this is a very good dating strategy. But when it comes to the guys that aren't doing it, they just don't believe that they can change. They believe that they are awkward or they're introverted, and that's just their lot in life. And yeah, there are other guys who are confident and they can go up and talk to women and get dates, but those guys were just born like that. They're just different. They're just not me. And I can tell you that this is just not true. You can absolutely build confidence and become more attractive over time with experience and with skills. So in middle school and in elementary school, all I did was basically play Minecraft and watch YouTube. In high school, I just smoked weed, played video games, and watched YouTube. And I wasn't socializing at all, basically. And it got to the point where I was essentially socially retarded. If you put me in any social circumstance, I was anxious, I had zero swag, I was not smooth at all. And now I'm at the point where I'm able to get 2 or 3 dates every week from just cold approach while coaching full time and hitting the gym. And so fundamentally, if you approach women, if you learn the correct social skills, you will become more attractive and you will see success. The second thing that has the biggest leverage in cold approach is establishing a flirtatious vibe with the girl. And this is something I see time and time again when I coach new clients, is that in the beginning, they do not establish the vibe that they are a potential boyfriend with the girl. So it's sort of like this. Let's say I'm in the mall and I go to Dillard's and there's a girl that I'm interested in who's working at Dillard's who I think is cute and I want to try to get her number. But let's say I walk up to her and I'm just like, "Hi, how are you?" And she's like, "Hey, I'm good, how are you?" And she's like, "All right, here's the men's section. Do you need help with anything?" And you're just like, yeah, let me get a t-shirt. And so you're interested in this girl, but she just thinks that you need her help. She doesn't know that you're actually interested in her because you didn't flirt with her or show that you're a potential boyfriend material to the girl. So when I flirt with the girl and I say something like, "Yeah, you and I are just not gonna get along," or I say something like, "That accent is so adorable, stop doing that little accent, you're distracting me right now," or I have that laser eye contact with that girl, these are all things that establish that I feel confident in myself enough that I will display my interest in the girl in a subtle way. So in a way, when you're flirting with a girl, it immediately establishes value in the fact that you feel that you are worthy enough, that you are valuable enough to even flirt with the girl. It's sort of like just going up to the girl establishes value in the fact that now the girl knows that you're confident. That automatically creates value, and so does flirting, but it also just establishes that playful dynamic where there's sexual undertones, rather than if I just talk to a girl and I'm asking her, "Hey, how's your day been? What's your job? Oh, how's that like?" And we're talking about all boring things in the material world, but I'm not creating any emotions with the girl. So other than obviously believing in yourself, trusting in the process, this is the biggest thing that guys need to work on when it comes to cold approach. And the third change you can make in your approach that has massive leverage in your results is confidently and assertively closing the girl, whether that's you getting her number or you pulling the girl to a different location. So when a beginner asks for a girl's number, they'll do it in a way that's sort of apologetic, where they don't really believe that they are deserving of the girl's number. And so they'll ask it in a way that's really weak, like, "Hey, do you think we should maybe exchange numbers? I don't know, we could maybe hang out sometime." Or it's always some variation of that. When it comes to their tone, it's weak. When it comes to the words, they're unclear, they're like maybe. And so the way that you want to do this, it's like Hey, let's hang out sometime. You seem kind of cool. Here, let's exchange numbers. And then you're just pulling out your phone. You're not even waiting for the girl's reaction. You're just pulling out your phone and you're like, go ahead and put your number in, I'll text you. You're just assuming, so this is a physical technique, but it's also a mindset that you're assuming that the girl's attracted to you. How would you act if you knew the girl was attracted to you? You would just be like, hey, let's hang out sometime. You seem kind of cool. Here, let's exchange numbers. And notice how much better that's gonna be with women. And I can tell you just statistically, just this change in the clothes alone had massive, massive results in how much more numbers I was getting, how many more girls I was able to pull. But there is a lot more to it. And if you want to work with me directly so that we can talk about it and I can help you get to the next level in a structured way, then just click that link below this video. Let's have a chat. I would absolutely love to help you get a girlfriend or get to whatever next level there is for you in dating. So go ahead, schedule that call, and I'll talk to you soon.